Let's talk my top 10 reads of the year. Stick around because I'm probably going to have to make this two parts. Coming in hot at number 10, we have The Wedding People. This book follows Phoebe. Phoebe's going through divorce with her husband, and she is planning on taking her own life. And so she decides to go to this really fancy hotel and do it there. But once she gets there, she realizes that the whole hotel is basically rented out for a wedding. The bride finds out about her plans and says to Phoebe, "You can be in my wedding, you can partake in all these activities, just please don't hurt yourself." Going through the weekend with her as she rediscovers kind of a passion for life. I feel like once you can see yourself reflected in a story and you see the story has that kind of like nuance and complexity to these characters, like you can really appreciate it for what it is. At number 9, we have Ring Shout. This book takes place in the 1910s, and we follow these three super badass black women as they are taking on the KKK. The KKK in this story actually summons demons who manifest as these monsters called Ku Kluxes. They're like really creepy and scary, and they have a bunch of mouths. These monsters feed on hate, and they have this kind of like master at the top whose goal is to overtake humanity. The monsters themselves don't actually give a shit about race or anything. It was obviously a metaphor. If you're in the KKK, if you are a racist, you are not only a monster, but you are a tool of these monstrous things. For number 8, we have Kingdom of the Curse by Carrie Maniscalco. This was a pleasant surprise. I started the Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy after I read Throne of the Fallen, which is also by Carrie Maniscalco. This one follows Amelia, who's a witch who lives in Italy, and Wrath, who is a prince of sin in hell. The first book was like a good, like 3.5 star read for me, but this really got me like hooked on Carrie Maniscalco. This one I would argue is not super YA, but the trilogy itself is my first YA, and I ate it up. If you're looking for a romantasy that isn't just all about filling in the blank about tropes and things, this is for sure gonna scratch that itch for you. At number 7, I have The Husbands. This was another really pleasant surprise. Our main character comes home from a night out, and there is this man in her apartment who's like, "Hey honey, how are you?" And turns out they've been married for years, and she learns that her attic has become magical. Every time a man goes up in her attic, a new husband descends. Having like a sweet, fun, silly time while I was reading it, and then also I was like, I want to know what's going on. At number 6, we are back with your girl Carrie. That was embarrassing. At number 6, Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. This book follows the Prince of Envy and our FMC Camilla, who lives in this kind of London-esque place in the 1800s. One of the reasons I think I like this so much is because I pictured the Prince of Envy as Loki from the MCU. If that is like your man crush, you're gonna eat this up. It's really romantic at its best. It's an adventure, spice. We have fae, vampires, demon princes, monsters. They're all in this series. So, what are you doing? Go pick it up. Come back for part 2, and I will tell you the rest of my top reads of this year.